Hi, this is Fitz. I am here at the 2013 Long Island International Film Expo, and I'm with J.D. Bills, who has made the intriguing film Oros, or if translated from the Tagalog Philippine, The Coin Bearer. How was it that this became an important film for you to make?
Well, in 2008, I went to the Philippines with my wife, and we were on there for vacation, and I wasn't really thinking about making film. We were just there for fun. And while we were touring her school, her alma mater, where she went to school, was Ateneo, we randomly bumped into some of her friends that told us that one of her classmates had made a feature film and that it was screening that day. So I got to go see one of her classmates' first films, and I was blown away by it. So in 2008 started the journey of making Oros, where we kept meeting and talking about it, and it finally made it happen, and that's where the journey started. And the story, Oros, is about two brothers who rent cadaver bodies from a morgue to hold illegal gambling. So two things you need to know before you sit down in the seat about the Philippines is that gambling is actually illegal. There's no casinos, nothing. Obviously, a lot of gambling goes on in the Philippines, but it's all illegal. And also in the Philippines, like in the more impoverished neighborhoods, there's this long tradition of gambling during wakes, and their wakes are really long and extended. They might wake a body for a month, and that's so that people can come in from all over the provinces to pay their respects. So that's a cultural thing, and because they hold these gambling sessions, they use the money to bury the dead. So it's kind of ingrained in the culture. So the cops kind of in most places like overlook it because it's so ingrained in the culture, something that's been going on for a long time. So what they do in the movie is they rent the bodies from the morgue and they set up a fake wake.
Fascinating, fascinating. So for young filmmakers out here in Long Island, how do you define the job of producer, executive producer, and getting things done? What is it that you do?
Well, on this film, what I did was really I found the top-notch talent that I could, the writer and the director of this film, and I just really put a lot of faith in him. And we raised some of the funding, and you just, as a producer, you try to find the best people you can, and then they go find the best people that they can, and that's it. It kind of snowballs, and if you do your job right at the beginning, then it all works out.
So state again, do your job at the beginning. What is that?
As a producer, I think if you're the producer or like in my case, I originated the story, not the story, but I originated the film. I was the one that made the decision I wanted to make a film. So what I did is I found the director, and through him, I made sure I picked a director, because it was a first feature film for me. So I picked a director who is known for directing and for writing, and through making that decision, I was able to get a lot of backing for it.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my next question. Talk about backing. Where does producer, executive producer, filmmaker go for money?
Well, I partly financed this film, self-financed, because I had a passion, but we were lucky to get a grant for a part of it, and then we had a private financer who kicked in 50% of the budget.
How many grants did you write, and how many did you get, and then how many people did you talk to about giving money? And
well, we only went for the one grant, but it was in stages. We had to submit the treatment, and then once we got past that stage, we submitted a script, and once we passed that stage, so that's how that went.
Well, thank you. What's next for you?
Well, I'm working on a cartoon called Happy Jack as an executive producer, and I have a great writing team, and we are currently getting ready to pitch it to studios, and mostly it's a television series, so we're going for some of the bigger. I don't know how to answer this because I don't want to say too.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much.
Keep it close to the vest. That's a sign of a good producer.
So there's definitely, I have a cartoon called Happy Jack, and that's my passion project.
Fantastic. I am Fitz at the 2013 Long Island International Film Expo with J.D. Beals, producer of Oros, The Coin Bearer.